Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, I'm Kathie from Virginia. It's got my Virginia Tech coffee again.
I'm Laura from Wilson's Cheese Shoppy in beautiful Pinconning, Michigan. That's not where I am right now, but I have frequented Wilson's Cheese Shop. This sponsored by Wilson's. Not really. There's a giant mouse statue on the roof of the very nice place.
Oh, very nice. So where
Anyway,
are you if you're not at the cheese shop? Ooh, I'm at
home and oh, really? Is it? I'm inside because I'm waiting for the temperature to break freezing. I'm not going out there until it's at least 33. I think it's like 32 Fahrenheit and holding. So I am in central Michigan at home in Okemos, Michigan, a nice little sleeper suburb of Lansing, right in the middle of the state. And by the way, in our last film, I did backwards Michigan.
Oh.
Okay, so I will get like mercilessly made fun of by all my friends for that one. So
okay, so you have to be right-handed?
well, it depends on whether you go back or front, but whatever I did it backwards because this is like a mirror image. So like when I'm looking at myself, this is backwards. That's my excuse. It's just anyway. How are you? It looks beautiful there.
Wait. Is this?
Now, to me, yes, that is correct.
Does it look? This is Lake Huron.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
excellent.
So am I in the right direction? So
yes,
from here,
you're perfect. The way I did it.
If I go south, I'll be in Akron, Ohio.
Yes, you have to go kind of southeast.
Okay. Yeah. There.
Yeah, I'm impressed because I mean you're doing like a mirror image, aren't you? Or maybe mine's just messed up. This is.
We're naturalists. We don't know technology.
I think that's very apparent in my case. So I'm inside in the woman cave. You're outside in the beautiful sunshine.
Balmy,
so we're going to talk about
degrees.
Today,
mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. Today. It's a Saturday, so we're going to talk about birds a little bit, right?
You're in charge. You go.
Okay. I'm in charge. All right, so I was able to get the pictures up with your help. You told me how to do it. So let me try to show you some of my really awful pictures. No judgment, please. So here we go. Yeah, I think. Hold, please. Okay, right there.
All right.
Can you see that all right?
I can see a birdhouse.
Yes, so this is the little bluebird box that we have right outside of our window. And because I have like just an awful eye at trying to film, it's all blurry and stuff. It is a little film. Can you guys see the little, we got a female bird, a female bluebird up on top of the house. Can you see that?
Yep.
I don't know if I can do a pointer or not, but we're going to roll the film, I think.
Okay. She's sitting there.
Oh, there we go. There she goes. She's bouncing around because I don't know how to film. So she's up on the house taking a break. I've got about 4 eggs in there. I should say she does. They're not my eggs. She's doing all the work. So she's the one that basically sits on the eggs. And there she goes. She's just hopping around. She's not as brightly colored, of course, as the males because she wants to be inconspicuous on the nest. They're cavity nesters, so they take very well to bluebird boxes, And I know that you guys have this issue. We do too with the house sparrows trying to take over any of the bluebird boxes. So that little, see how, and that was it. She flew away. She was like, and I was inside when I did this, but you know, I guess she still got a little spooked. But if you see that little square opening, like rectangular opening to get in there, that's supposed to somehow discourage the house sparrows. So, and it's kind of worked. Anyway, moving on. So I don't know if you recall. Can you see that all right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're bright.
The other day, yeah, this is where I stuck my camera into that slot and just took a picture. I had no idea what I was doing, but there they are, 4 eggs. Hooray! And she's sitting on them now, so I don't think she's going to be. So they lay one about every other day, and then when they're done laying all their eggs, they start sitting on them for a couple of weeks, and then they hatch. So, and I know last time I wasn't sure, we were talking about the broods. How many do they have? How many clutches of eggs do they have a year? I thought it was only 1 up here in the great frosty north, but it's 2 to 3. So yeah, so this is her first clutch. Hopefully she'll have another one. So we're waiting. We're waiting for those bad boys to hatch. Now, that's a really blurry, those are both really blurry, awful pictures, if I do say so myself. I did not take this picture because it's beautiful.
Oh wow, yeah.
And that's pretty. So yeah,
colors.
Aren't they gorgeous? So we have here, this is my neighbors took this, Bill and Sue Ravlin. They are awesome. They're nature nerds.
And the professional photographers, right?
Yes. Can you see the whole thing?
Yeah, now I do.
Okay, I was messing that up. All right, so got a tufted titmouse there, a bluebird in the middle, and then a nice little goldfinch on the other side.
I wonder what they're thinking looking at each other.
I know. Like, how did they do that? How did they get them all 3 together in a beautiful picture? Again, this is, I don't know, and this is why I am not a good photographer. You have to sit there forever for that to happen. But they are amazing.
I'm just amazed at the colors of the birds and the fact that, you know, they did get them together. And is there a behavior happening here?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Like flocking in the winter and stuff. Like the titmice and the chickadees will flock together in the winter. The bluebirds too, a little bit, because I remember them coming to our bird bath in the winter, and it might have just been because, you know, hey, I'll tolerate anybody else there because I need to take a bath, for crying out loud. But, and then the goldfinches, I think they flock a little bit too in the winter.
But breeding time, they get defensive. Like they don't, you know, we may have slept together. I mean, been in the same roost. Right. In the wintertime. Right. But, you know, now I'm courting here and you titmouse are in my way. I mean.
Hands off.
Right.
Yeah. Hands, give me some space. I need some space.
Well, you mentioned your eggs and, you know, being a naturalist as you are, I know you have, if you let people know what your profession is, I think they can relate to us pretty well. I mean, I don't know if they can relate to, you know, I'm, you know, some IT working at a CRLD CS, and people are going,
that's a real thing. Wow. Yeah.
But when you say you're a naturalist, that automatically opens up questions to you. And I do have a few waiting for me on these plants. But here's a picture someone shared with me yesterday, and I'm hoping you can see it. In short, our bluebirds have already, you know, the eggs have already hatched, so they're working on feeding. And we are in May. Oh, right. This was Mother's Day weekend.
Here's another one that my neighbors took, the Ravlins.
Oh,
beautiful.
I'm jealous.
But I know, me too. Me too. So here's one that I never get. This is the Oriole. And just a beautiful bird. I thought I heard him last year, but I never saw him. But our neighbors, the Ravlins, see their name is right down in there. They put up a little half of an orange, and that I've heard that, or like if you put jelly up or something. And they even have, I think they even have Oriole feeders because they like the sweet stuff.
Right.
So, yeah. So she put up, they put up some oranges, and they're having the Orioles bomb their oranges. Beautiful. And speaking of feeders, this is usually what I get at my feeder.
You're not alone on that one.
Yeah. I threw some seeds out the other day, like, wow, let's see what I can get. I haven't really done that for a while. But if you notice, this is a black squirrel with a kind of a brownish tail. And just like a huge controversy, I guess, raging controversy. I don't know if you guys have black squirrels down there, but apparently it's a Midwest thing. It's like some kind of subspecies, I guess, of the gray squirrel. I was wondering if it was the fox squirrel or the gray squirrel. It is apparently the gray squirrel. So that has something to do with the melanin and all that fun stuff. But once I read about the science behind it, I just started, blank stare, and a little bit of drool came out of the corner of my mouth. I just kind of was like, okay, whatever you say, science.
Well, but there's an explanation, and I don't see them here. But when I lived in Northern Virginia, we'd go to like Arlington Cemetery. In the cemeteries, we seem to have them a lot. And I don't know if it was because of in the city, it's a random genetic thing, but they don't last long because they seem to be the predator's favorite thing to catch because they're easy to see.
They must be tasty. Well, I think I know they're probably hanging around the cemetery because they're dying to get in there.
That's an old
That's where
one.
you could insert cricket noises in the background.
Well, our first video.
Okay, that's all I got.
I was gonna say our first video is complete, so we can do a shameless plug here on that.
Yeah.
So people can go to our site and visit and see what they think.
Mm-hmm. Please do.
And then they can also do a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Oh boy, that's scary. But yeah, that could. Why not? Bring it on.
And then this one, if you want, I'll see. I'm still learning. If I can make that creaky door sound.
Well, like I said, Norm has like a synthesizer, big thingy. Norm is my husband, and he's a musician, and it's got all these crazy sound effects. So, if we need that,
ask him to upload some of that because it is kind of interesting to put that in there. Oh God,
yeah.
Thank you. I got a cloud over the sun. Like, well, I can see. Yay.
Oh, that's just crazy.
And then it goes away.
And then it does. It's crazy, that weather and such.
So, okay, so for the bluebirds, you were saying, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I thought you had a couple other tidbits. Or
I think that's all I got. So yeah, they the eggs, 4 seems to be a pretty good, pretty average brood size, clutch size. So, but anywhere from 2 to 7 eggs. And then I did read that the later clutches, like the 2nd and 3rd clutches in the year, usually they'll have one, like an average of 1 egg that was less. 1 egg less. So if I have 4 now, if they decided to do another clutch, it probably would only have 3. So I don't know, maybe they just run out of steam in the second half.
What do they do with the fledglings? Do they kick them out of the box and say see you later, or how does that work?
Well, yeah, so last year we noticed that as they fledged, they would hang around a little bit, but that might have been because we had, like, I bought a 5-pound bag of mealworms, dried mealworms. And yeah, well, the first year I bought that, we went through it before the spring even started. They were just hitting that like crazy. So they were hanging around for the food. I noticed a lot of them hanging around. I don't know that they helped feed the second brood at all. I'm not sure. I didn't really pay that much attention. Oh, there's my cat. Stepped all over me. Yeah. Hey, Sammy. He's looking out the window because he likes to bird watch too. Yeah, he's really.
So the birds then are eating worms. Then, if they don't have worms, you feed them mealworms.
Yeah, and I would watch, you know, when we would run out of mealworms, I would watch the parents feeding, because I think it's both the male and the female that feed the babies, if I remember correctly, but I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. And they would like bring in these little wiggly grubs. So they were like finding the live stuff. Once we ran out of the freeze-dried stuff, they were finding the live stuff, and it was pretty cool to watch. Yum.
So
Like a live breakfast.
I know, I was gonna say it's about breakfast time now.
Yes, I'm gonna go get me some wiggly worms.
Well, I came outside today, since we were outside the last time, to like actually, you know, see if you know, there are any action going on. There's a lot of action going on actually. But like with the bluebirds, I don't have any bluebird boxes at my house, but my neighbor across the way does, and she's like, she really cares for them, feeds them the mealworms in the wintertime.
Spoils them.
She cleans out the box nicely and everything too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
So cleaning out the box is significant with each brood, because if they build a new nest on top of the old nest, don't that bring the female a little bit higher to the entrance of the box?
Yeah, you know, that's a controversial thing, and I was hoping you wouldn't bring it up, but no, you should. You should. Yeah. So I had always heard that too. Like, you should clean out the box, and I do. I mean, I get rid of the old nest, because quite frankly, especially if you have first-time parents, it can be a hot mess. I mean, it's nasty. Like, I remember I must have had first-time parents the first time I did it, because I got that once they left, I took that old nest out, and it was literally a concrete block of baby bird poo dried up. You couldn't even see the depression in the nest. It was just filled with dried poo. Mm-hmm. So they'll do this thing. Well, they'll take out the fecal sac. You'll see the parents, if they're experienced parents and they're on top of things, they'll feed the birds, and then you'll see them carry out, if they're discreet about it, so you have to really be watching. They'll carry out a little sack of poop, mm-hmm. you know, and to keep the nest clean. They'll do that you know, as well. So depending on how experienced your parents are, once all that's over with, whatever you drag out of there it's going to be nasty. Mm-hmm. So yes, I always get rid of the old nest, and then they just build a new one on top of it. And another reason you should do that too is I've heard you can get like parasites in there, like the bot fly, I think it is. And so you just want to get rid of that. Now, do I spray it down with bleach when I'm done?
I don't.
Next topic. Should, you know, like a very weak bleach, and then rinse it out, just to be safe. But I have to go on record as saying that I kind of don't.
Well, I haven't heard any issues about that, though. I just heard that if you take the nest out, since they build a new nest each time.
Yeah.
Right? They build a new nest.
It should be okay. Okay. But I mean, if you have like a local problem with any kind of parasites or anything, I guess it's a good idea. Just make sure you rinse the heck out of it. Like, take your garden hose and just blast that baby.
Well, you know, I would think that's all you need to do. I mean, even in nature, if they're nesting in a cavity.
Right.
You know.
Right. There's all sorts of stuff that, yeah, you're right.
Okay. Well, I hear everybody but the bluebirds right now.
I hear it. Now, my cat Sammy is very alertly looking out the window. Hold on a second. Because sometimes the bunny runs across right around this time of the morning, the bunny will run across the lawn. And they like that too, right? And
that another reason why you have attention deficit, because you're going,
right.
What was that?
Right.
What were we saying? So I've been paying attention to, again, the mourning dove.
Oh yes,
we talked about that the other day, and she's building a nest in I have a trumpet vine, which it's a native plant, and it goes over an arbor at my my back porch, which, you
Mhm.
know, I could be at my back porch, but it feels cold because it gets the evening sun. And
Yeah.
so I've just noticed that the mourning doves nests are usually very flimsy, as I said, and always worry about the wind. Hi, kitty, 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 kitty. Keep the
She hates
kitties
this.
inside.
She hates this. Yes, our cats are both indoor kitties. I'm sorry. So what's going on with the nest?
Um, so we are we decided to horn in on them like you did and put a
Yeah.
webcam and see how she's building her nest this time.
Yeah, yeah.
Why? Because, you know, we're working from home. This is our entertainment.
I understand. Don't have to
And
explain to me.
oh yeah. So like, you know, so if I'm outside on the back porch in the afternoon now, I got to turn down my music because she doesn't like rock and roll apparently. Um, so she's right at the porch in the trumpet vine. And it, you know, even if it is flimsy, that the vine is all dense and everything. So
Right,
it's, you
right.
know, I'm and it's close to the house that hopefully we won't have an issue of a storm, you know, blowing it away. And I mean, we've had storms before that have drowned the birds in the
Oh,
nests
wow.
and stuff.
Oh,
So I'm hypersensitive to when I, you know, see a big storm with these guys. And,
yeah.
you know, it's sad if they mate for life, you just have one bird
Mm,
just
yeah.
and no answer. And so I get depressed, but now I'm happy that she's like, okay, I'm going to live right next to you. Your house is going to protect me. Oh, and by the way, keep the bird feeder up at your window so I don't have to dive down. I can just
Right.
carefully fly to the window, grab the food, go back and sit on my nest. And that's what
Just
she's been doing now. So
good.
we'll
All
see.
right.
We'll see what happens. It's been a
Excellent.
beautiful bird day.
Yeah, I hear them. They're going nuts. Yeah, it makes me want to head outside, put on my toque, head outside.
And put your hat on, but make sure you can hear because
Right,
when I put my hat
right.
on and it's cold, I can't hear a thing.
I can't hear. I know it. It's a bummer.
Well, we have again the grackles seem to be kind of floating around, but a gray catbird now that's you can't get to my bluebirds this time. I mean, I say bluebirds.
Yeah.
I swear there's no Kathie in
Blueberries?
it.
I know. It's all good.
Yeah, the blueberries. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he would wake me up at 1 in the morning and then take off with my raspberries in the past.
Oh,
So now I've gotten wise to that one. So I've kind of covered it so he can at least leave me a couple of blueberries, you know.
it would be nice. Yeah.
So, but he's over here singing in one of the trees, and we think he's got his nest in a weeping cherry tree, which is another
Ooh.
very dense one. So we'll see if I
Yes,
can
those are beautiful.
picture. Which before we go,
Mm.
I mentioned a couple of odd bird behaviors and bird calls. Let me see if I can share this brief video of the drumming. Bum, bum,
Oh
bum,
yeah.
bum. Is this at or is this at? Let's see if I can share this one with you. Share.
Okay.
Oh, dare. I share.
Is it working?
I don't know. Wait a minute. It's grinding. It's thinking about it. You allowed me to, right?
Yeah. As far as I know.
Hang on. Again, that dang technology.
Yeah, it's
Ethan,
beyond me.
the Zoom meeting is not responding. Oh no.
What?
Let's try that one more time, shall we? Where are you? Are you there? Hello?
Hello?
I guess in nature's way, it's telling us you naturalists have jawed enough. So we'll just have to show you the strange behavior next,
Oh.
and that's
Well,
okay.
I guess that leads. Well, I guess we could leave that for. We could enter into our next. That could be like the intro into our next.
And I think people will recognize some of these calls and behaviors too. So, all right. Well, I shall leave you to check out the birds for the day and any other critters. And I'll see you, I don't know, in a couple of days.
All right. Well, have a wonderful Mother's Day. You are an awesome mom.
Well, thanks.
I wish you were my mom. Can you adopt me?
Sure, because you're an awesome daughter.
Thanks. Okay. Well, you have a good day, eh?
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.